Hi everybody, good morning. I'm just letting you know that our calendar spot should be, we had a couple questions on that, is week 2, Tuesday. And we'll be sending out some more information and some more lessons soon. But I just want to let you know we are at week 2 on Tuesday. You can always go back and work on anything that you might have missed or something you want to review on those on week 1. But that's where we're at right now. One thing I found that works for me, like I said I would share if I found something that works, is reading at bedtime. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, but it seems to have be working out now. It calms them down a little bit and settles them as we read, and then they get to stay up a little bit longer, which is always a positive in their book or in their thinking. Just so you know, there was a message sent out that we will be working through spring break, which means we will provide lessons, and we'll be here for any questions or problems through spring break. It will be a working situation for the students and for us if you choose to keep working through that. Kids, kids, like I was telling you yesterday with our incubator, can't count your chicks before they hatch. You should leave those incubators hooked up for 48 hours. So we hooked ours up, and it was looking like it was going to be where it needed to be. And then just about the time we were putting the eggs in yesterday afternoon, it dropped to 87. The temperature has to remain at 100 or 99.9. So if it's not, the eggs won't do what they need to do, and they will stop developing. So that's one problem you can have. If your temperature goes up too high, or your temperature goes down too low. So anyway, we're going to talk a little bit more about the eggs today, and we're trying to get that incubator to maintain its temperature at 100 degrees. So reading, make sure you keep reading. There are read-alouds that are being provided on the website, and then I'm giving you book recommendations each day. So make sure you're reading along when you are when you have time. All right, yesterday was a great day for a book fort and some reading while it was raining. I hope you got some reading in for yesterday. So let's look at this egg that I've been taking apart. So this egg I cracked open. This one is one that we won't be using, obviously, and it has the shell on the outside. And like your clothes, you can feel the wind or the breeze through your clothes. The same thing happens with an eggshell. Even though it looks like it's solid, it is what they call porous, and air can go in and out through it. And this little piece, I pulled you can see there's a little bit of eggshell still there, but this is called the membrane. And if that membrane breaks anywhere, like this one has a slit in it, so if you cracked your egg a little bit and the membrane broke, that chick wouldn't hatch either. This membrane has to stay intact, and the egg will breathe through the shell and through this membrane. And there's even a little thing called an egg sac, and it happens to be in this one. I don't know if you can see it. See way back in there, there's a bubble. Looks like a bubble back there. That is the egg sac back there. And that's a piece of membrane that there's air between the shell and the membrane, and that's where most of the air flow will go between the chick and the outside. All right, so there's the shell and the membrane are two important parts of the egg. And then we have this egg, and this is the egg that the shell came in, and the yolk is the food that the chick will eat while it's growing, and the white part of the egg is the part that will be the moisture, and that's what it will use as it's growing. The food will be the yolk, and the white yolk, or the white part of the egg, will be the moisture that it uses. And I don't know if you can see this. I'm trying to turn this a little bit. See this little white spot right here? There's a little white spot there. And that's where the chick would start developing if this was a fertile egg, and we applied heat. So the yolk is the food, the white is the moisture, and this little white spot is where this chick would start developing. And the first thing you'll see are little blood veins, little veins going through the yolk so that it can eat, and some going out to that air sac we talked about. So anyway, if your parents allow you to, you could always break open an egg and look for those parts. Look for the air sac, look for the membrane, and then look at the yolk, which will be the food, and then the whites will be the moisture that the chick uses while it's in the egg, and look for that little white spot where the chick will start to develop. All right? And maybe instead of a book recommendation today, go online and Google egg to chick and see what you find out. And I'm sure you'll see some things that I'm talking about, and they might even explain some more details as that moves farther along. All right? And then I'll just review it as we go. Let's go over yesterday's math problems and see how you did. I did have several people post them yesterday. Thanks, guys. Hang on one second. Let me move this over. All right. So yesterday we had 500 take away 149, and the 9 is bigger than the 0, so you went next door. They had none. And then you had to go to the 5. The 5 became a 4, and 0 became 10. But don't forget, this 0 needs help, so 10 becomes a 9, and this becomes a 10. 10 take away 9 is 1. 9 take away 4 is 5. And 4 take away 1 is 3. 359. Remember, you can always check those by adding those two numbers to see if you come back up with 500. Why don't we try it? 9 and 1 is 0. 9 and 1 is 10. Put your 0, carry the 1. 4 and 5 is 9, plus 1 is 10. Carry the 1. 3, 4, 5, 500 and 500 is an okay problem. All right, and remember, carry over can be at the top, can be at the bottom. All right, and then we're adding. 3 and 2 is 5. 743 plus 62. 3 and 2 is 5. 6 and 4 is 10. Carry my 1 over. 7 and 1 is 8. 805. All right. We have some more math problems I'll put up so that you guys can post those to remind if you'd like. And I also put, hey, tally away if you guys want. You seem to enjoy the telegraphs. I also got some telegraph submissions, and there were several there that I wanted to eat. The candy bar one looked very good, and some cereal ones as well. And someone even went as far as to take their telegraph and make it into a bar graph, which is our next step, and we'll talk more about as we move along here. And for the calendar today, for spelling, it says to put your words in print. I'm just going to remind you of this website if you want to use it. You know, if you have a printing capability, you can do that. If not, just print them on a piece of paper, scrap paper, whatever you want to do. And it's handwritingpractice.net. Handwritingpractice.net. All right? And you can pop your spelling words right in there, and there'll be something you can do as a way of practicing. All right? And our math problems for today that you can post to remind are 608 minus 373 and 439 plus 868. 608 minus 373 and 439 plus 868. All right, and I wrote a little something up today. And it just says, good morning. Have an amazing March 31st, 2020. And I put the little asterisk there because you know how we like to talk sometimes at morning meeting. Have an amazing March 31st. Who can make your day amazing? Like we always say at school. Only you can. So, and I know some days while we're doing this, it's tough. But, you know, keep a positive attitude and make it amazing. All right? I know you can do it. Tomorrow will be April 1st, April Fool's Day. Kind of give your parents a little break on that, though, because, again, there are some April Fool's things happening, and it's not even April Fool's yet. Sending hugs to everyone, all right? So I'll send some hugs out to you, virtual hugs. I miss you guys, and I hope to see you soon. Did I miss anything? Remember to check those spelling words over, and like I said, do those in print. But I think I have everything there that I need for today. I hope you guys are staying well. Work hard, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a good night.